Long ago, people lived in the Americas, but Europeans didn't know about it. A man named Christopher Columbus sailed west from Europe. He was looking for a shorter route to Asia. In 1492, he landed on an island in the Caribbean Sea. Columbus thought he had reached India, but he had actually found a new world. This discovery changed everything. Europeans started to explore and claim land in this new territory. Spain sent explorers like Ponce de Leon and Hernando de Soto. They searched for gold and adventure. England sent explorers too, like John Cabot. He explored the coast of North America. Europeans brought new diseases and ways of life to the native people. This led to conflict and hardship for the Native Americans. The arrival of Europeans marked the beginning of a new chapter in the history of the Americas. In the 1600s, English settlers began to arrive in North America. They were seeking a new life and religious freedom. The first permanent English settlement was Jamestown, Virginia, founded in 1607. Life in the colonies was hard. Settlers had to clear land, build homes, and grow food. The colonists formed 13 colonies along the Atlantic coast. They developed their own governments and ways of life. Each colony had its own unique character. Some, like Massachusetts, were founded for religious reasons. Others, like Virginia, were founded for economic opportunity. As the colonies grew, they relied on agriculture, trade, and slavery. The colonists brought enslaved Africans to work on plantations. This would later become a major issue in the nation's history. Over time, the colonists began to feel like a separate people from the British. They were used to governing themselves. Britain imposed taxes on the colonies without their consent. This angered the colonists, who believed in no taxation without representation. Tensions grew between the colonies and Great Britain. In 1773, colonists protested a tea tax by dumping British tea into Boston Harbor in the Boston Tea Party. The conflict escalated into the American Revolutionary War, which began in 1775. The colonists, led by George Washington, fought for their independence. The Declaration of Independence, signed in 1776, proclaimed the colonies' right to be free. The Revolutionary War was a long and difficult struggle. The colonists faced a powerful British army, but they were determined to fight for their freedom. In 1783, Britain finally recognized the independence of the United States of America. After the war, the newly formed nation adopted the Constitution in 1787. It created a strong federal government while preserving states' rights. George Washington became the first president. The United States began to expand westward, acquiring new territories. This expansion led to conflict with Native American tribes who were displaced from their lands. The issue of slavery also caused division. The southern states relied on enslaved labor for their economy. In 1860, Abraham Lincoln, who opposed slavery, was elected president. 11 southern states seceded from the Union, forming the Confederate States of America. This started the American Civil War. Section 5. Healing and Expanding. The Civil War, which lasted from 1861 to 1865, was a brutal conflict between the North, known as the Union, and the South, known as the Confederacy. The Union fought to preserve the nation, while the Confederacy fought to preserve slavery. The war ended in 1865 with the defeat of the Confederacy. Slavery was abolished, and the country began the long process of healing and reunification. After the Civil War, the United States continued to expand westward. The Transcontinental Railroad was completed in 1869, connecting the east and west coasts. This facilitated trade, communication, and westward expansion. Section 6. The Rise of Industry. In the late 19th century, the United States experienced rapid industrial growth. New technologies such as the telephone and electricity transformed society. Factories and cities grew, attracting immigrants from all over the world. This period also saw the rise of big business and industrialists like Andrew Carnegie in steel and John D. Rockefeller in oil. This era of industrialization brought both progress and challenges. Workers faced harsh conditions, and monopolies limited competition. The Progressive Era emerged in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Reformers sought to address issues like poverty, working conditions, and corruption. They advocated for social justice and government regulation. Section 7. Challenges and Changes. The United States emerged as a global power in the 20th century. It fought in World War I from 1917 to 1918, and World War II from 1941 to 1945. After World War II, the United States became a superpower, engaged in the Cold War with the Soviet Union. The Cold War was an era of geopolitical tension and rivalry, marked by an arms race and proxy wars. The mid-20th century witnessed the civil rights movement, led by figures like Martin Luther King Jr. This movement fought for equality and an end to racial segregation. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 outlawed discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, or national origin. Section 8. A global powerhouse. The United States continued to be a leader in technology and innovation in the late 20th and early 21st centuries. The development of the internet and personal computers revolutionized communication and information access. The United States faced challenges such as economic recessions, terrorism including the 9/11 attacks, and political polarization. The country also grappled with issues like climate change, healthcare, and immigration. Despite these challenges, the United States remained a global superpower, with a strong economy, military, and cultural influence. It continued to be a beacon of democracy and freedom, attracting people from all over the world. Section 9. The story continues. The story of the United States is a testament to the human spirit's ability to overcome adversity and strive for a better future. From its humble beginnings as a collection of colonies, the United States has grown into a global superpower. The nation's journey has been marked by both triumphs and challenges. From the American Revolution to the Civil Rights Movement, the United States has constantly evolved and redefined itself. The story of the United States is still being written. It is a story of progress, resilience, and the enduring belief in the power of freedom and opportunity. As the United States moves forward, it continues to grapple with its past and strive to create a more just and equitable society for all its citizens. The story of the United States is a reminder that the pursuit of a more perfect union is an ongoing journey, not a destination.